Good morning. We're back in Middle Earth, and Fistula is going to continue festivaling. So, we're now in Bree, and we're going to talk to this gentleman here who has a quest for us to pick flowers.
How can I be of service?
Are you local here, Fistula? Oh, I'm heard so much about. I'm mighty glad you've made it in time for the flower blooming season. I have an urgent need for your help, you
Would
see.
you give me a moment of your time,
I
friend?
was wondering if you could help me. As I am in a precarious position, I have found that my affections for a particular woman have grown into something I can no longer ignore. She is a beauteous flower among the weeds. She walks in my dreams, and the sound of her voice is a melodious tune that bards could sing about for ages. Of course, there is a slight bump in the road. I have not actually spoken to her. I simply cannot muster the courage to approach this lovely woman, as I have only watched her from afar walking around town. What would I say? I fear I would only make a terrible first impression. This is where my request comes, for I have a brilliant plan to woo the woman in my dreams. Please would you go and collect 3 types of flowers from all over Eriador, only the best for my sweet lady. Bring them back to me, and I will create the most beautiful bouquet a lady could want. I only need 3 varieties of flower for the bouquet. I will need a marigold, a violet, and a primrose. Marigolds can be found near the stone circle outside Mickle Delving, violets near the stone circle beyond the Bree West Gate, and primrose near the stone circle outside Kellendam in the Blue Mountains. Take care and return as quickly as you can. Alright, so we gotta go pick some flowers for him. Because apparently the guy is too tongue-tied to speak to the lady, so he intends to do so through flowers. Now I know way back, I guess in the 18th century or earlier, when you sent a bouquet of flowers, those flowers actually had a meaning. Different flowers meant different things. If you sent a certain type of flower, you might be expressing your fondness for someone or friendship. You could even send flowers if you were telling them you weren't interested anymore. So yeah, a very, very interesting language of flowers. Alright, so let's pick these violets. And we have collected a violet. I would think three flowers wouldn't be nearly enough for a bouquet, but you know, that's just me. We will humor the man. Now, we need to go... Where are we going to go next? We're going to go to Hobbiton next. That's where we're going to go.
What can I do for you?
Not Hobbiton, Mickle Delving. The Shire. Easy enough. And away we go. Okay, we can dismount here because the Circle of Shame is this way, or the Stone Circle, or the Res Circle. Depends on what you want to call it. And did we ever start? I don't think we started the Bingo Boffin quest on her. And the lowly marigold. Although it is a gardener's friend, it is a flower that you want to plant near your crops because it attracts a lot of pests away from other plants to itself. it also discourages certain bugs from showing up. So it's actually a very handy plant. And it's actually a very cute little flower.
Good day.
Although maybe not the prettiest scented one. It's a little smelly. Now, off we go again. And we'll be back to the Shire for the other half of that flower quest, but we did not want to do that today because we're going to be a little busy. Because while we're in Duillond, we're going to run up to Duillond and do the couple of festival quests that are there. One, because, well, we want to do them. Two, because I need more quests to make my 10 for the day. So, always good reasons to do quests. And I totally raced right past... You know what? I'll be right back to it. So, we're not going to worry about that just yet. Oh, Duillond, so pretty with your flowering white and pink trees. They never change, but it is an elven land, so, well, I'm not totally surprised by that. And we will have to watch ourselves while we're here, because we'll probably get attacked a time or two when we're running around picking flowers and stuff. I think Fistula can quite handle herself. What do you think? Now, we're going to go up here first. I think we start this quest up here. If not, oh well. We're not that far away from where we need to go. So, we want to go in here first. This little cave-like opening. Just not really a cave. It's just a circle of stones. We want to talk
Mind
to
my words, traveler.
this elf. This event is a disaster. If the shrew infestation wasn't enough to ruin our spring celebration, we now have a shortage of boots. They're not just any boots, you see. They're specially made by the boot master here in Duillond. He uses great care and technique to make a very special boot that is just menacing enough to strongly discourage the shrews from remaining here. Can you please go find out what is holding up his next shipment? I worry that I will be out of shrew stomping boots by the end of today. And yes, that is the shrew stomping, which we might do after we're done with these. I don't know.
Will you lend me your ear?
This shrew business is positively ruining the festival for me. I almost didn't come this year. I really didn't. This is such a violent game, and it offends me terribly. Stomping on shrews is so far beneath the dignity of the free peoples that I refuse to participate. But I have come up with something better to do. I would like to propose that we actually do something useful for the festival to try to salvage this catastrophe. I saw some lovely flowers growing in the fields outside Duillond. You should collect them and plant them here. That is a proper festival activity for you. All right. So, now we go talk to this elf here. And he has multiple quests.
Mind my words, traveler.
I'm nearly out of the cherry wood I use for the most important part of the boot, the sole. The sole is fortified with the gentle, moderately dense, strong wood. It is the perfect, yes perfect, wood for knocking out a pesky oversized shrew without really hurting it. Elves do not like to hurt creatures, you see. Well, I suppose shrews tempt us to use violence more than most animals of the wild, but we have come up with a fair compromise. Cherry branches grow around the clusters of trees in the pasture along the road to Duillond. I am sure there will be plenty of branches on the ground to replenish today's supply. Alright.
Stay a moment.
This is getting absurd. Tanithron over there, the weaver, yes, the one glaring my way, simply will not give me fibers for the linen I need for the special boots. My supplies are running low, and he is a key supplier, but he refuses to help me. It is because his own supply of flax is running low, and he hoards his ingredients so that his stock never depletes. I'm afraid I've gone and made him angry with my demands. Perhaps you can reason with him. Please try.
Might you spare a moment?
I am
of your
ashamed to
time?
be admitting this, but I'm out of twine. I, master bootmaker of the Garden Shrew Stomping event. It is true. Hard to believe, I know. Could you please fetch me some more? I usually get mine in Kellendom, where the elves who tend the docks craft a fine strong thread. You are a good sort of hobbit, truly. Alright, and here's the other elf, and that is Tanithron, who is glaring at us.
Elberath will avenge me.
What? So I like having a balanced supply of ingredients and product. What of it? If I have no ingredients tomorrow, I shall have no product. I do not think it is unreasonable for me to demand ingredients if I am going to generously give of my finite supply. If you want your own ingredients for your own endeavors, you will have to collect ingredients for me first. Flax plants grow along the road to Kellendom. You will be able to see the pale blue flowers among the grasses. Alright, so. Oh, that's right. The easiest way to do this is to just take the stable back to Kellendom
Hail,
and work
friends,
your
and
way
well
back.
met.
So that's what we're going to do. And if you're watching, well, I do thank you, and I hope you're enjoying the content. If you are, feel free to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the all bell notification, leave a comment. You know, all the things. And thank you. Now, what time of day is it in the game? It is 4 dawn. Ah. When the sky is purple. Which is actually a very pretty contrast with the pink and white trees of Redbubble. And if I had time, I would take a couple of screenshots. And maybe we'll do that with Fistula one day. We'll wander around to some of the prettier areas and take a few pictures. That'll be fun. We won't make it a long video, though. Alright, so let's head over to the dock. We need to gather some twine. That's right. We're here for twine. And how many do I need? I need for the initial quest I need 7. For each subsequent daily quest I only need 4, I believe. So we have gotten 5. I know there are 2 in this boat. We'll just make sure we don't fall into the water and have to swim all the way back around. There. Alright, so now we're going to get on our horse. And this time we're not going to forget to pick the flowers here. That's a pretty place, Erdlun. And it's funny, for all their fighting and arguing, the elves and dwarves quite frequently tend to live near each other. Ah, primrose. There we go. Now we are looking for flax, which there is a flax somewhere way up in that tree. Obviously we can't get to it, but no idea how it got up there. But it's never been fixed. Alright, we'll take one picture. Kind of wonky looking. We'll take this. That looks nice. Alright, enough gawking. So again, this is one where we need like 8 flax, but for the repeatable afterwards, we only need like 4. And just something to be aware of. It does get easier. Not that it's really all that hard. I mean, we are just picking flowers after all, right? Okay, so there's our last flax. Now, somewhere around here is the cherry wood we need. Ah, and how many of those do I need? Probably more than 4. Yep, we need 8 of these too. So we're going to be running around looking for them. Because I know where these 4 are. Because they're the ones I always get. And while we're looking for them, we'll start picking our spring flowers. Oh, there's wood somewhere. Well, we found some more flowers. And we found a pig. He's not too happy at our presence. Sorry, piggy. Yeah, I know. I keep annoying you, don't I? Assuming somewhere up here should be some more wood. There's certainly plenty of mobs up here. Ooh, strawberries. Speaking of which, I have some strawberry pie in the fridge. That might make a good dessert tonight. Oh, excuse me. You were rude. Alright, so we need to sort her stuff. I didn't realize it got messy again. Well, we can do that later. Nobody needs to see me sorting my skill bar. Unless you really want to. Let me know. Not that I have any magic formula for it, but alright, so we have, hopefully you're keeping up. You can tell I've done this maybe a few times, like every year for 12 years now. And I'm not a hunter, but if you were a hunter, you could bind yourself to that campfire and use it as a milestone. Oh, hi. And you're being rude too. Oh, and I should probably be facing the flowers. Okay, we have all the flowers we need. Easy peasy. And we only aggro 2 things, so not so bad. Now, let's go talk to our elves again. Oh, and here's a prize that you can get at the Shrew Stomp. Or you can buy it with tokens now. But I can't remember how many tokens it costs, but it's a big, gigantic shrew. I don't know why you would want one. I never thought the shrews were very cute. Especially not the big one. You can also get cave claws from the treasure hunt. Again, don't know why.
Hi, Elbereth, this is not
Good.
possible.
Now we can proceed with our arrangement. At least someone around here can be reasonable. Here are some flax fibers.
What do you need?
Splendid. Your patience and politeness did wonders here, I see. Tanithron is a stubborn fool who has no business being in the trade, but it is what it is, and I should learn to make do. Unfortunately, I have a sad feeling that I will go through the same thing all over again tomorrow when my supplies run low again.
How can I be of service?
These are just the branches I need. Many thanks. This will ensure that the shrews are given just the right amount of dissuasion against their terrible behavior. So they're not trying to kill the shrews. They just want to chase them off. Twine. Marvelous. I was beginning to wonder if you lost your way. Well, this should do for a short while at least. My thanks. You are more useful than you seem at first glance. Oh, thank you. And now, I can take this stuff back into the cave. You have helped Duillond with a task. I know. I know.
How can I be of service?
So we are back on schedule then. That is good. I was growing very anxious. I hope the bootmaker did not give you too much trouble. Please do not hesitate to speak with me again tomorrow. I have a feeling this bootmaker is not quite prepared for the volume of our demands. And of course, we could retake the quest right now if we wanted to. Oh, and I need to talk to this person here. Okay.
What can I do for
Welcome,
you?
Wanderer. I dearly hope you have come to see the garden of Ethwil Wireth. As it happens, we could use your aid. There is a problem, you see. And of course, that grants us a spring festival guide, which would give us some information on bits and bobs of quest. And there is another quest here, if you saw that hobbit. His quest goes out to the Shire. And it is quite funny. But it is also a little long. Maybe we'll do that one. Probably not next time. Well, we'll see how doing the other part of the sunflower quest chain goes. And we're planting flowers to beautify a garden full of flowers. Because that makes tons of sense. Alright, so the Sure Stomp is about to begin, and while I don't feel like participating in it just yet, we'll stick around and watch it real quick. Alright, so you see all these little shrews running around? And people have to stomp on 10 of them. Now that is just the beginner quest. It is very relaxed. There's no time limit or anything. You stomp on your 10, you turn the quest in. Then there is a higher tier one where you stop on the 10, but you have a time limit. And then there's a third tier where you stomp on the 10, you have your time limit, but you also have to dig in the dirt. And if you'll look, you see the little lumps. That's the dirt you have to dig in. I can't remember if you're supposedly planting something or looking for something. But that's the highest one. And of course, each quest gives you a different amount of spring leaves. And I think it's either 1, 2, and 5, depending on which one you do. And there's a second quest, and this guy usually gives it. His quest is to watch for a giant shrew to pop up, and we'll look for him. And whoever gets the shrew first completes that quest. So they're waiting for the giant shrew to pop up. And it can pop up anywhere. It's pretty random. I'm going to bet that it's going to pop up on this side. Let's see if I'm right. I'm not betting money. Because if I'm wrong, well, I can't pay up. I was wrong. See, he popped over here. And then... Yep. And I think the Hobbit was the one that won that one. Okay. So, that is the Hobbit Stomp, or the Shrew Stomp. That's much better. You and I understand what it truly means to visit a festival. There should be something lovely and beautiful to feast our eyes upon. No unconscious shrews or chewed up gardens. I'm glad we found something proper to do. Well, hopefully you're feeling better. And like I said, we could do her quest again, but I don't feel like going and gathering stuff a second time. And that's the Hobbit. And maybe next time we'll come back here and we'll do her stuff again. And pick the flowers again. And then we'll do the Hobbit's quest. That should work. Oh, and while we're here, I almost forgot. Is it time for the dance? No, of course it's not. Well, I'm not sticking around to wait. At some point I have to... She has not a single dance on her. It's... Actually...
Greetings to you.
Quite a tragedy. Hobbits should be able to dance. They're rather cheerful creatures who enjoy their comforts, good food, good ale or wine, a comfortable hobbit hole, a simple life, singing, dancing, and storytelling, and of course their pipeweed. Okay. Yes, we were taking pictures while we were on the horse. Silly, huh? But maybe we got something nice. Maybe we didn't. This is a pretty place. I don't know, I like Kellendom a lot better than I like Lothlorien. And not to say that Lothlorien isn't very pretty. It's just kind of a unnatural pretty. And Kellendom is more natural. Alright, so let's go back to Mr. Avery Crabapple, who would like to make a bouquet of flowers for the lady he wishes to woo. How many tokens do I have now? Let's see. Spring leaves 33. I'm moving right along. Alright.
Hello there.
Excellent. You have managed to find the perfect blooms to help make the perfect bouquet for my sweet lady. You have a wonderful eye for flowers. I truly appreciate all your help in finding these rare flowers. I will go ahead and create a beautiful bouquet worthy of the woman of my dreams. I am confident that this is the way to her heart.
Would you do something for me?
Thank you again, my friend, for your assistance. Now I have the perfect bouquet, fit for the stunning beauty of the woman I want to impress. If you don't mind, I would like to impose upon you once more. Could you please deliver my gift? I cannot chance accidentally meeting her. While I'm sure of the address on the Scholar's Stair, please find out which of the houses on the road belong to my sweet lady by asking Barlaam Butterbur, the proprietor of the Prancing Pony. He is knowledgeable in the going-ons within Bree, and he surely would know where she lives. Please check with him before delivering the bouquet. Okay. Let's go talk to Barlaam. Nitsu. Okay. Some random RP, I think.
How can I be of service?
So, my friend, I hear you're assisting Master Crabapple with a few things. He has sent ahead a description of the lovely lady, and I approve. I know what lady he's showing a fancy for. The poor fellow is simply too shy. Well, take me for a ninny hammer. What will all the customers in business I've plumb forgotten where her house is. Oh, wait, now I recall. Follow the road outside the pony towards the west gate and turn left up the Scholar's Stairs. Her house will be either the first or second door after the first bridge. There should be a vase nearby. It will serve as a perfect container in which to place the gift. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. They're doing some sort of role play. But since I really don't see much of anything, I didn't see any talk. They may be doing it in Fellowship, though. Oh, no, okay. It showed up in here. It just doesn't show up in here because this is just World Chat. Now, we go up the stairs here, past the market stalls, which are actually looking much more alive than they used to. Used to be it was pretty bare here. Now they actually have added little, I'm going to call them NPCs. They're not really. Oh, look at the kitty cat. And this is the cat lady's house. I think I've shown this to you before, so I'll pet the cat. Because why not? He's a pretty little tabby cat. You can go in here and wait for it to load. And there are just cats everywhere. And I'm sorry, but in a box this small, this would be an awful lot of cats. And a few of them even have names. Sylvester, Oliver, Wink, Horatio. Okay. But, yep, that's the cat house. Actual cats. Now, go back to Mr. Crabapple. We've done what he asked. And boom. Look at the clothesline. Somebody has kids, because those are definitely kids' clothes. Or hobbit clothes.
How can I be of service?
Wonderful, you've returned. I trust you delivered the flowers to my sweet lady. I feel my heart welling up with excitement for the moment she finds my gift.
Will you give me a moment of your
Oh,
time,
good heavens.
friend?
The bouquet was delivered to the wrong address. I know for sure that the beautiful woman does not have cats. Oh dear, I should have been more detailed in my description. She definitely lives on the Scholar Stair. Would you please pick up the bouquet from the wrong door and ask her neighbors for the correct address? Oops. So, we had put the flowers in the wrong place. Well, you know, Barleyman did say to put them in a vase, and that was the house with the vase in front of it. So sorry. I guess we're going back. And maybe it's time for Mr. Crabapple to grow a shiny new spine. Alright, I have collected the bouquet.
Greetings, friend.
My name is Fern Coppersmith. Have you been looking for me all this time? How lovely. Avery Crabapple made this beautiful kit bouquet just for me. This is simply the sweetest thing anyone has ever done. Between the two of us, I must admit that I've been watching him as well, hoping that he would say something. If it doesn't sound too forward, I was hoping he would get past his shyness to speak with me. In fact, I even sent him some sweets I made. Since he didn't mention them to you, I can only assume that I must have delivered them to the wrong address as well. If I could ask for a small favor, could you please collect those sweets for me and deliver them to poor Avery? I certainly hope he enjoys them. Okay, so she's waiting for him to grow a shiny new spine. And we could wander around Bree looking for these sweets. But I'll show you exactly where they are. So you see where he's at. You go around the corner and there's a plate full of sweets. And we have collected them. And we shall deliver them to Mr. Crabapple.
Hello there.
Goodness, those sweets are for me, from the beautiful and generous Fern. This is fate, my friend. How funny that both of us delivered gifts to one another and both sent them to the wrong address. I suppose all this nervousness and anxiety could have been avoided if I had just spoke with her in the first place. I thank you so much for helping us. When I'm done with my tasks, I will have to go and speak with her in person, now that I have the courage. Thank you again.
Hello, friend. Could you help me
And
with
this
something?
is the hour-long quest to pick flowers. And we won't do that right now, obviously. We might do that before the festival ends. I'll be honest, it's not the most exciting thing to watch me do. But we could chat while I do it. And you could get a general idea of where to find the flowers. Alright, so let's head back to the festival grounds and go turn in our daily quest to do 10 quests. Because we have certainly met our goal, and then a little. And... nope. The dance isn't ready here either. Oh, yeah, I guess the guy is where everybody's standing. That would make sense, right?
Greetings, friend.
My, you're a festive one. I hope you have had a fun time in the Spring Festival. Come back tomorrow and I shall have more rewards for you. Alright. Can we get anything now? Alright, let's see. There's the jacket of a merry fella, which I still don't think looks that great on her. And we already have that. We don't have to get it again. Oh, we could end off by going to look at this year's steeds. Why don't we do that? I'm thinking, though, I'm going to get myself one of these wild-spotted donkeys. Alright, so we got a donkey. Let's get him set up. And... we'll fix the task, the skill bar later, but... there's our spotted donkey. Isn't he cute? Of course, he's standing right in my face. There we go. Now we can see him. He's actually a rather cute donkey. Texturing could be improved a tiny bit, but, you know, that's just being too persnickety. I think, yeah, Hangsticker Farm is that way. So we'll head that way. We'll watch out for any mobs. Although there shouldn't be too many mobs in this immediate vicinity. Apple trees. That's funny. So I just got done dealing with a lot of apple trees and no place like home. That's a fun little game, by the way. Very relaxing. Alright, so... where am I? There he is, okay. Here's the festival horses. One of them is not a horse at all, but it's an elk. And if you look close enough... well, I can't get close enough to him because I'm so short. But he has gold leaves on his antlers. And if you thought they looked like pine cones, well, you'll be forgiven because I did too. The blanket's kind of nice. It's very green. I think they have really gone with the green this year because the first day of festival is on St. Patrick's Day. And this one, I kind of like this one. I like the vines on his blanket. I'm not as fond of the saddle, but it's a very pretty color for a horse. We might get her one of these. It depends on how many tokens we end up with by the end of the festival. Oh, now that we're on my horse, I can see the... or my pony, I can see the antlers better. See? Gold leaves. Alright, so back to the festival grounds, which are not that way. They're this way. And we're going through a pasture full of horses. Hello, horses. Hello, horsies. I see you all. And make sure I'm still going the right way. pretty sure that's not the festival grounds that way. That's the festival grounds that way. Okay. Alright, so we're done for the day. And next time we will go ahead and do the rest of that sunflower quest. And probably head back to Duillond. Do those dailies real quick. And then do that Hobbit's quest. And maybe we'll even do a shrew stomp. Who knows? But, until then, bye for now.